Female beauty standards and fan influence in Marvel and DC Comics. From the glamorous heroines of the 1940s to the fierce warriors of today, female beauty standards in comics have always been a topic of fascination and controversy. But these depictions didn't just evolve in a vacuum. They've been shaped by creators, publishers, and, most importantly, fans. Welcome to African Reads Comics, where today, we are diving deep into how Marvel and DC have used female beauty and sexuality as tools to drive sales, and how fan reactions over the years have shaped these portrayals. Origins of female beauty standards in comics. Let's start with the golden age of comics, the 1940s. Female characters like Wonder Woman were introduced as symbols of beauty, strength, and morality. William Moulton Marston envisioned Diana as a feminist icon, but even her stories couldn't escape objectification. Themes of bondage and her revealing outfit, designed to emphasize her beauty, reflected a male-driven fantasy more than feminist ideals. During the Silver Age, the Comics Code Authority limited sexual depictions, but beauty remained central to female characters. Artists like Jack Kirby and Carmine Infantino drew women with classic elegance, yet their roles often boiled down to love interests or damsels in distress. The shift in the Bronze Age. In the 1970s, feminist movements and older readers began to influence comic narratives. Characters like Power Girl debuted with a mix of strength and sexuality. Her infamous cleavage window became both a marketing tool and a subject of fan debate. While male fans celebrated these designs, feminists criticized their impracticality. This era saw more complex heroines like Storm and Jean Grey, but their physical appearances were still exaggerated to cater to the male gaze. The tension between empowering storytelling and objectifying visuals was evident, and fans played a big role in keeping that tension alive. The 1990s, a hypersexualization and fanboy culture. Now, the 1990s, a time when comics hit peak hypersexualization. Female characters were drawn with anatomy-defying curves, wearing outfits that prioritized aesthetics over practicality. Fans, especially collectors, loved it. Variant covers featuring provocative art became bestsellers. Artists like J. Scott Campbell and Rob Liefeld shaped an era where sexy sells wasn't just a motto, it was a business strategy. Yet, female readers were starting to push back. Independent zines and essays criticized the objectification of characters like Psylocke and Starfire. But their voices were often drowned out by the dominant fanboy culture that drove sales. The modern era, fan activism and division. Today, the comic book landscape is more divided than ever. On one side, modern fans demand diversity, realism, and depth in female characters. On the other, traditionalists cling to the hypersexualized aesthetics of the past. Fan campaigns have been instrumental in driving change. Movements like Women in Refrigerators, led by Gail Simone, spotlighted how female characters were often harmed or objectified for male character development. Online discussions amplified calls for inclusivity, leading to characters like Kamala Khan and Riri Williams, who prioritize relatability over physical allure. But not all fans are on board. Redesigns of classic characters like Starfire or Wonder Woman's armor often spark backlash, with accusations of pandering to political correctness. The clash between progress and nostalgia has forced Marvel and DC to tread carefully, trying to please both sides. The fan industry feedback loop. Here's the truth: the relationship between fans and the comic industry is a feedback loop. In the Golden and Silver Ages, fan admiration for beauty reinforced publishers' reliance on attractive heroines. By the 1990s, fanboy culture actively shaped the hypersexualized art styles of the era. Today, online fan movements and social media drive change, making fans more influential than ever. But it's not all progress. The industry still exploits fan division for sales. Controversial covers, like Milo Manara's Spider-Woman variant, generate outrage and profit. fans remain both the industry's greatest allies and its harshest critics. Conclusion. So, where does that leave us? Female beauty standards in comics reflect decades of cultural shifts, economic pressures, and, most importantly, fan reactions. From the glamorized heroines of the 1940s to the hypersexualized figures of the 1990s, and now the nuanced characters of today, fans have always been at the heart of these changes. As Marvel and DC navigate the demands of legacy fans and modern audiences, one thing is clear: fans will continue to shape the future of comics. Whether through critiques, campaigns, or conventions, their voices remain powerful and essential. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the evolution of female beauty standards in comics. What do you think about the role of fans in shaping these depictions? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to African Reads Comics for more deep dives into the world of comics. See you next time.